We often navigate the world with the intuition that humanity exists inside a cold, empty container, a void filled with disconnected matter. General relativity proves this intuition is incomplete. Space functions as an active, living fabric that stretches, carries light, and physically determines the geometry of time. Every advancement in our telescopes reveals a reality that is more relational than isolated, a universe defined by an interconnected field of geometry and energy. Thousands of years before modern astrophysics, ancient Vedic seers mapped this same architecture. They called this primordial, interconnected ground of being Adi Purusha. This ancient model describes three distinct scales of existence, layers of reality that align with the most complex discoveries of modern physics. Modern physics identifies the origin of all structure in the quantum vacuum. This ground state represents a sea of pure, unactualized mathematical potential, a minimum energy configuration that contains the blueprints for all matter. The Vedic tradition describes a parallel state, the Causal Ocean. Here, the first manifestation of Vishnu, Kāraṇodakaśāyī, remains in a state of yogic stillness from which potential universes arise. Both frameworks conclude that before the emergence of space or time, there existed a singular field of infinite possibility rather than an absence of being. Our universe emerged 13.8 billion years ago. Today, dark energy stretches spacetime, causing galaxies to separate with increasing speed. This macrocosmic unfolding appears in ancient texts as a lotus blooming from Vishnu. Each petal represents increasing complexity radiating from a single origin. Inflation theory suggests the Big Bang was a continuous, layered unfolding of the universe's structure, an arc of development mirroring the geometric precision of a blossoming flower. At the scale of the cosmos, science and mysticism both observe multiplicity emerging dynamically from a unified, carefully balanced source. At the microscopic scale, the double-slit experiment reveals quantum particles behave as waves of mere potential until measured. The physical state shifts based on observation. The presence of a witness determines how a system expresses itself. This requirement of a witness points toward the third ancient scale, Kāraṇodakaśāyī Vishnu. This is the awareness that resides within the fabric of all beings and every particle of the world. In this view, the universe is inhabited from within by the very consciousness that makes observation possible, suggesting reality and awareness are inseparable. Quantum entanglement confirms this non-local interconnection. Particles remain linked regardless of distance, proving that separate objects are actually features of a single underlying ground. The deepest layers of existence function as a responsive, dynamic field, fundamentally intertwined with the presence of an observer. The founders of modern physics often turned to these philosophical frameworks to articulate the strange behavior of the subatomic world. Erwin Schrödinger, the architect of the wave equation, concluded that consciousness is a singular of which the plural is unknown, and that the apparent multiplicity of the world is only an illusion. J. Robert Oppenheimer similarly used Vedic scripture to frame the immense, interconnected forces unleashed at the dawn of the atomic age. If consciousness is a singular field, as these physicists suspected, then it must be accessible through direct experience as well as math. The Adi Purusha protocol is a method designed to contact that underlying field. The practice involves closing the eyes and stilling the mind to notice the awareness that registers thoughts. You simply observe the silent presence that remains when everything else momentarily loosens its grip. This practice reveals that the one who is looking for the witness and the witness itself are the same presence. You are the universe finally observing itself. The seeker and the sought are one continuous living awareness, appearing as the mind and witnessing as you.